Hello, and welcome to the RG Podcast. The goal of this podcast is to further develop the Rapture gaming community through interviews and information sharing. Let's get to it.
Hey, check that sniper!
Greetings, fellow RG members. My name is John Relation, but you probably know me better as my gamer tag, RG Yuckier Khan, or as many people call me in party, just Khan for short. I'm excited to be able to host this podcast, and today is our very first episode. To get it started, I thought we would have a discussion with one of the community leaders, Major RG Titer 1. Hello, Titer, and welcome to the RG Podcast.
Thank you very much, Con, and thanks for having me.
Awesome, glad you could be here. Titer, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind?
Okay, sure will. My real name is Russ, and I hail from Alabama. I'm 41 years old. I've been with RG now for just about 7 months, and have loved every minute of it.
Awesome, that's great. For those who aren't as familiar, can you tell us a little bit about RG and then more specifically what role you play in the community?
Sure. Rapture Gaming was started about a year ago, just to bring people together to have a fun, mature community in which to game with, to be able to make friends and just have someone on pretty much 24 hours a day at this point. So anytime you're wanting to get on and play with someone, you pretty much have that opportunity. I am now Major of the Last Man Battalion, or Tom Clancy Battalion, and right now we specialize in Tom Clancy's Division. And I take an active role in recruiting for the battalion. I have 59 recruits at this point, and
Wow.
it's my job to accept, me and the Sergeant Major, Blue, we accept the apps, the applications as they come in, and we then vet out their applications to make sure that they're the right fit for the community. And then we accept their application, and then assign them to one of our now 6 companies, and then assign them to a captain, which then takes the reins from there and sort of invites them in further and make sure that they are comfortable and they can get into our party chats and just enjoy themselves gaming.
It's fantastic. It sounds like there's quite a bit of interest in RG, as evidenced by the number of applications you've gone through and the recruits you've obtained. Can you give us a little information on what type of person you're looking for that you feel is the right fit for RG when you're kind of going through the apps? Is there qualities in there that you're hoping members coming in might be bringing to the group?
Sure. Well, to start with, you must be 17 and older. We don't allow younger than that. We're trying to foster a mature gaming community. One of the main things I look for is I like to know that, or try to figure out that someone is going to be friendly, someone that's going to get along well with others. To foster a good environment for everyone, you need to have like-minded people that just want to have fun in gaming. We're not super competitive. We don't get angry with one another if things don't go well. So we're looking for people that can get along and be friendly to one another and just hang out and have fun, and not, leave the anger part out of it. So it's always nice if you can sort of tell that someone's going to be that way.
That makes a lot of sense. A positive environment. I know that the short time I've been here, I've really enjoyed that folks aren't criticizing me because I make the wrong move in the game. We might tease each other, but at the end of the day, it's really about the camaraderie. At least that's what's been attracting me to the group.
Yeah, how is it fun if people are chiding you for doing poorly, or getting angry because their game doesn't go well? That's just not what we're about.
Excellent. Excellent. Is there anything in particular that Rapture Gaming has accomplished to date that's worthy of note, and maybe future direction of where you see and the leaders of the community see us headed?
Well, just yesterday, which would have been October the 4th,
Okay.
was the 1 year anniversary of
Oh,
RPG.
excellent. Excellent.
And we have now a battalion for, like I say, for Tom Clancy's division. It all started with a Call of Duty battalion. We have a battalion for Overwatch. We have a battalion for it's called a multi-game, but it's mainly for Destiny. We have a brand new Gears of War battalion. We have plans for a Battlefield battalion, quite possibly a Titanfall battalion. And personally, in the LMB, we are looking forward to Tom Clancy's Wildlands coming out, and that will be sort of our next focus that we're trying to gear up for.
Wow, that's excellent. So it's really not a situation where it's one game and then as people maybe get tired of playing that, or they feel they've reached their level. There's nothing more for them. That's exactly the opposite here. There's plenty of groups for them to be a part of, and it sounds like we'll always be evolving even within those groups along the lines of the similar titles like you mentioned with the Tom Clancy games.
Sure, and we don't handcuff people to say, well, you have to play this game or you can't be a member of our group. We have people in my battalion that they'll switch it up. They'll play something else for a little while, then they'll come back to the division, or they have one night a week where we run a little bit of an online, friendly only, no money involved, but online little poker game that we play, that just for fun and laughs.
Nice.
A group of us, it's just about getting together with your buddies and playing games of all kinds.
Having a little camaraderie. That's great. You mentioned earlier, people are on almost 24/7. Are we all just a bunch of degenerates, or is it geographical dispersion that allows that? What kind of how spread out are we as a community?
It is geographical diversity. I will try to remember. I know we have members in, of course, the U.S., Great Britain, Ireland, France, South Africa, Denmark, Sweden. It's Australia, several from Australia now. So that's just it. It almost circles the English-speaking world. So, if you happen to say you don't have to work one day and it's 10 o'clock in the morning your time. Well, the Australian guys are in the afternoon. They're in the evening. So jump on and play with them. It just kind of works out that we have almost a global footprint.
That's fantastic. A gamer's dream. Awesome, Titer. Really appreciate you joining us, taking the time. If any of the listeners happen to have any questions, is there a way they can reach you or maybe someone else at the site that they could talk to?
I am always available to answer any questions you might have. You can send me a message on Xbox Live, RGTIDER1, all lowercase. If you have any interest or questions about the community and would like to join, that I will be more than happy to field those questions and point you in the right direction. Or just check us out on the web at www.rapturegamingcommunity.net and just sort of look through the site, see if it interests you, see if it's something that you might want to be a part of.
Terrific. That's great. Hey, once again, Titer, really appreciate you being here and sharing the knowledge, and all the best for continued success for the RG community.
Thanks, Con, and thanks again for having me.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Now for our next segment, we are fortunate enough to be joined by RG's very own Finno. Finno, how are you tonight?
Good, you?
Doing well, man. Thank you. Hey, thanks for joining us. Do you mind telling the community a little bit about yourself?
Not much to tell them. I'm an avid gamer, enjoy gaming. I was a solo gamer for most of the time on Division until I almost gave up on the game and came across RG, and now I'm captain of RG, basically.
Wow, very nice. How long have you been part of the community?
Coming up to 4 months now.
4 months, very nice. What do you most enjoy about it?
Being part of the group, having a lot of people to play with, a lot of nice people. I've made a lot of good friends out of them, yourself being one. That's the biggest and best part of it all.
Thanks, dude. Definitely enjoy playing with you as well and getting to talk to you on game nights. So you say you just became captain recently here. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sorry?
You mentioned you're now captain. Can you tell us a little bit about your squad, your team?
Oh, yeah. I just became captain of Chimera Company. Got a good few players in there. I've got a good first sergeant, an Irish Dixie. He's a good guy. Helps me out a lot with things. Got a good corporal, so I'm still working on the ins and outs of it because it's fairly new, and we gotta let people show me what they can bring to the community, the same as I did when I was starting out. I showed other people what I could do for the community. So far, so good. We got off to a good start, and hopefully it can get better.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's great to see you guys out there forming the new team, and it's good for RG to have the expansion, and I myself couldn't think of a better leader to head up Chimera for the first time. That's awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So what do you think is most helpful about RG, or what do you think you and your team could do maybe for some of the other community? Is there the rest of the community? Do you think there's anything particular that you would suggest for us, other people listening, that kind of help continue to make RG successful, make people feel welcome?
For me personally, when I joined RG, because I was a solo player, I had my own issues with social anxieties and things like that, and I find it difficult to integrate into new groups, and basically when I meet new people, it's a little more difficult for me than it would be for the average person. I came across RG, and from day one they were as welcoming as could be. Made me feel right at home, brought me into a party, introduced themselves to me and so that, and just made it's a family feel. You never feel out of place when you're there. There's always somebody willing to help and run you through things and stuff like that. Regardless of what game you're playing, they're always willing to help. And that meant a lot to someone like me. It made me feel more comfortable and more at home with them. It's brought me out of my shell a bit. Some of the guys will tell you I don't shut up anymore. When I started out, I was quite shy and very, very standoffish. I wouldn't speak up, whereas now I'll speak my mind, I'll say what I have to say, and that's all down to the kindness and the patience of other members of RG. And that's all I want to do with Chimera. I want to help players that are like me come out of themselves and feel like they have a place they can fit in and be comfortable and game comfortably and be happy about it, Don't want them to feel like they have nowhere to go. I want to give them a safe place to game, basically. That's what I want to do. That's what RG is to me. It's a safe haven.
Yeah, fantastic. Absolutely feel the same way. I don't want to be criticized. It's great, joke around, tease each other a little bit, but at the end of the day, I want to be with this group of people because it's a fun experience, right? And something that can help me meet new people and just enjoy life a little bit more.
Yeah, that's it. And that's what I found. I found RG to be like a second family. I've made a lot of really good friends in there, and I wanted to continue. I want others to be able to have. I want the RG to have the impact on others that it's had on me personally. Anyway,
that's fantastic, and
anyway,
really,
I can help it, I will, man.
It's great, and it's and you're absolutely doing what you're saying, like being willing to take on a leadership role that can't be easy for someone who's has a propensity to be a little quieter. So the fact that you're willing to do that and help others succeed and give back to the community what you've gotten out of it and help make it a great place for others, really do appreciate that.
I just do it to be nice, man, to do. I know how difficult it was for me, so I know how difficult it can be for others. So if I can offer that branch, that all-out branch, so to say, and get them in and get them involved, that's what I'll do.
Awesome. That's terrific. All right, Finno, thanks so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. If anybody has any questions, is there a way to reach you on the site, or a way that if they want to get in touch, just talk a little bit about how they get involved and maybe become a member of RG if they're not already?
Yeah, they can if they're not already a member, they just head to RaptureGamingCommunity.net and sign up. And then follow the instructions that the support will give them. If they want to get in touch with me personally, my gamer tag is lowercase r, capital G, space FINNO. They can get in touch with me anytime they want. I'm always willing to help. So message me, add me, do whatever pleases.
Fantastic. Appreciate that. All right, Finno, have a great night. Thank you.
Thanks for having me, brother.
Helden sterben nicht. Fire in the hole! Oh, let's break it! Damn! It's on for you!
Okay, welcome back to the RG podcast. This is going to be our last segment. And what I wanted to do here was just announce a couple of things that have been posted on the site that I thought, definitely worthy of bringing some more attention to. There's going to be a huge contest for the 1-year Rapture Gaming anniversary, and that's essentially an activity contest that's been put up. Pointless, our warlord, has gone ahead and listed the rules, right? So there's going to be 3 very cool prizes. There's going to be a $100 Xbox Live gift card for first place, a $50 card for second, and a $25 card for third. So excellent way to get some new games without having to dive into your own pocket. And the contest is really straightforward. It's an activity contest, right? So any post on the site gets you 1 point. So, welcoming new folks is a great way to do that. Talking about interesting things going on in the games you're playing, or other insights you might have. A great way to gather up, points at a time. Please don't spam, right? Stay on topic and add valuable content, not just volume. But then, if you want to take another approach, and this is a really big hitter points, is go out and try to get some recruits for RG Gaming. Each of those would be worth 30 points, so that's huge, right? And if you're like me, you probably have friends that you've played with prior to joining RG, probably still do. See if they're interested in becoming a part of the community, right? So long as they're over 17, have a working microphone, and are generally good people, as we've discussed, that we want to continue to foster that positive environment. We'd love to have them here, so introduce them to Rapture Gaming. If you are uncomfortable speaking about the details, send them to another member that's a little more experienced, perhaps, and we'll get them in, and then you get points for the contest. So that contest is going to run between October 10th and October 31st, right? That'll be the contest time wave. So get out there and start gathering those points. All right, terrific. And then I think the last thing I want to do is just give a shout out and a welcome to some of the new members that have joined recently. So on second wave, right, in the LMB battalion, we've got Mr. Rudd. We got INF Shady. Within Chimera, we have Sleeping Alpha, Rambone 247, Big 8 Ad Bob, and G07. Welcome to all those folks. In Delta Company, we've got Splint Lantern and Scorn for Sega. Over in Domino, we have Corona 6 and Rogers. In Echo Company, we've got Cobra Kai. Shout out to way back, right in the Karate Kid on that one. Not very nice. And Toxic, Trill, Angel, both those in Echo. And in Falcon Company, they've had a big insurge recently, right? So they've also got some new folks coming in. They've got Cruz Flexton, RG Salty Brawls, and 2J Dizadek. All right, so thank you everyone for joining. Please make yourself a part of the community, right? Jump into game nights and just have a great time, right? We're glad you're here. So thanks again for joining. All right, everyone, that's going to wrap it up. Once again, I'm RG Yuckier Khan. You can find me out there in the forums and also on game nights. And I look forward to playing with you on the Division for those that I haven't met yet. And drop me a note if you have any suggestions for the show or other content you want to add. And if you're not yet a member of Rapture Gaming, please go to that website, Rapture Gaming community, and sign up. I think you'll really enjoy it here, as some of the folks that have been on tonight have talked about. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon for episode 2. Good night.